Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And in this video, I just want to take a moment to shed some light on a fragrance that I recently discovered. This is a company called Jeroboam, and they're actually affiliated with some other companies like Jovoy, and another one is Florist. They actually fall within that same distribution company that manages them, which is America's. And it's a company that I recently discovered. So I like to make these videos occasionally so I can inform my subscribers of really great companies out there that are putting out wonderful products that I think deserve the spotlight. This one by the company Jeroboam is called Miksado. Here is the bottle. It's actually a 2015 release, so it's pretty new. And the perfumer behind this one is Vanina Muracciole. Now, the main accords for this one are vanilla, woods, and musk. And I want us to continue things by taking a look at the presentation. Here's the bottle for this fragrance. It actually didn't come with a box. I sort of wish that it did come with a box to complete the presentation, but nonetheless, it's a really nice bottle. It's very tiny. It has a gold cap, the font here on the front, nothing going on at the bottom or the back, but a pretty cool gold cap here. It clicks into place very securely. The distribution on this one is pretty good, and I'm not going to spray too much because it is Extrait the parfum concentration, and it will linger. Now, to start things off, one of those accords was not lying. There is a lot of musk in this. And it doesn't smell dirty or animalistic or anything like that. I guess inherently it would be classified as an animalistic scent, but there's nothing fecal or dirty or rough around the edges smelling about this. It actually smells quite pleasant because there are a lot of sweet notes in here. You have vanilla. You also have labdanum, which is a very exotic sort of resin that gives off a vanilla smell. The natural quality of the ingredients and the way that they're blended together kind of reminds me of a fragrance that Xerjoff, Sospiro, or Alchimia would put out. It just has that vibe about it, that quality. You can tell it's top notch, and this is a powerhouse of a fragrance. Not only you are going to get a transition on your skin, but the base will linger on your skin for a long time. There are a lot of woods in here. I think the musk is definitely the strongest note. You also have a note of cedar, which you can definitely smell. It's faint, but you can smell it in the dry down, and you have guaiac wood. Now, guaiac wood, to me, has a smell. I know it sounds a little bit weird, but it smells of cured meats, kind of like salami or something like that. If you've ever smelled Guaiac 10, which is an Anique Minardo composition by Le Labo, it definitely gives off that vibe to me. This one, on the other hand, it just smells woodsy. I can't really make a distinction between the Guaiac wood and the cedar wood, although I do get just a pinch of that cedar wood in the dry down. There's a little bit of geranium in here, and geranium has a reputation for giving fragrances this sort of minty edge about them, and you don't really get a lot of that in this fragrance. If you really dig for it, if you really look for it, you can probably pick something out, but I think the dominant notes in here are the woods, the musks, and then that vanilla in combination with the labdanum note. This is such a unique, strong, weird scent. I do think that some people are going to be a little bit hesitant about either buying it for themselves or a loved one because of the dominant presence of that musk note. But this is a fragrance I would definitely do not recommend you blind buy. If you can get your hands on a sample, I would highly recommend it. It's a fantastic scent, wonderful scent. I think the best from this entire line, in my humble opinion. I have smelled all of them, Hauto, Insulo, there's another one called Original. I've smelled all of them. This is by far my favorite, which is why I wanted to make this video on it. Let's go ahead and finish things off by taking a look at the rating. So first up, we have the uniqueness and the overall smell, and this is an incredibly unique scent. I've never smelled these notes being done in this way before. I've smelled thousands of fragrances. Like I said, this is kind of evocative of something that Sergio Momo would put out. It has that quality, and it has that blend and that uniqueness to it. However, I do think that some people are going to be a little bit hesitant about purchasing this one, either for themselves or a loved one, because of that musk note. Longevity on this one is probably the strongest out of any fragrance that I own in my entire collection. I used to think that the strongest one was either Copper Skies by Kerosene, my custom-made Kerosene, which is for dark corners, or a Montal fragrance called Red Oud. No, this one actually takes the cake. I'm sorry to say that. This I was able to smell on my hands 3 days later. This is Extrait the Parfum concentration. I'm not making this up. If you want to, confirm or validate what I'm saying, take the risk, take the chance. But the longevity on this one is through the roof. I showered 3 times. I washed my hands intermittently, occasionally throughout the day. It still wouldn't do anything for this one. You really need to scrub to get this off. And even when you do scrub, you can get it off. I can see people getting annoyed by that because this is a commitment, right? If you're going to wear this, you got to commit to it. There's no scent of the night. This is your scent of the day, scent of the evening, scent of the night, scent of tomorrow. Anyway, don't believe me. Don't take my word for it. If you want to try it, go ahead. Projection on this one is really good for about 2 to 3 hours, but it's a light projection. So it does project for a long time. It doesn't scream and shout, which I think is great considering the compositional nature. I think if they added some more volatile top notes, this would have been through the roof. But honestly, I think it projects right where it needs to. Versatility on this one, I'm sorry to say, is a little bit low. I would wear this one in suit and tie. I wouldn't wear this casually. 1, for the price point. 2, for the concentration. 3, for the performance. I think somebody who's a little bit older, more mature, would enjoy this scent. I can see this one being totally unisex, and it is marked as a unisex scent, but I do think that this one would cater for the colder seasons a little bit better. I definitely wouldn't wear this one in the spring and summer. The only reason I'm wearing it in the spring is because I've been wearing it for testing, but a little bit does go a long way. But versatility, I hate to say, is a little bit low. And then the presentation on this one really doesn't have much going for it. The bottle is really nice. I love how it's sort of dark on the inside and it has the gold cap and the font and everything. If I were to give this fragrance an overall score, I would probably have to give it something like an 8 out of 10. Now, despite this rating, I want you guys to check this fragrance out because it has something really special going on in it. It's a very daring sort of complex composition. The only reason I took these 2 points off is 1, for the versatility, 2, for the performance and the smell. I think that this might not be a scent that people would want to linger for days. This is a scent that people would want to enjoy maybe in the moment. You're going to be in the mood to wear something else that evening or the next day, but the performance on this one is the best I've ever seen. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I thought it was my watch because I smelled my hand, but no, I took my watch off. I was still able to smell this fragrance on there. It's 8 out of 10. I think it's a fantastic fragrance. Please make sure you give this one a shot. If you want something that smells like Profumum Roma's one amber fragrance, I don't remember if it's Fiore d'Ambra or if there are other amber fragrance, but they actually have one. I think it's called Insulo. If you can give that one a chance, it's a beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous amber. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. That was my review of Miksado by Jeroboam. If you and I have tried this scent, please let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Also, please don't forget to rate and subscribe for future videos, top 10s, giveaways, unboxings, and a lot of other fragrance-related content. So on that note, we'll see you in the next episode. Take care.